Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be going over my upcoming third graders curriculum for next year. We're doing this video kind of spur of the moment. I've got some free time right now, so I'm going to try to do this. I'd been wanting to do this since we did my eighth graders curriculum reveal, so I wanted to hurry up and get this done while I could. We're going to go through this super fast, and I'm going to show you what my third grader is doing for this upcoming year. If you are new to my channel, hi, my name is Brooke. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy things about homeschooling, mom stuff, working mom stuff, homeschooling mom stuff, because I'm kind of in between of the two, that kind of stuff, saving money, budgeting, all that, how about hitting the subscribe button and coming back and seeing other things that I have upcoming? Who knows what you're going to see. If you want to go back and look at some of the stuff I've done before, I have my videos in the playlist. I'm new to YouTube, so there's not a ton of videos in there, but you can go take a look and see if there's anything you like and hit that subscribe button so that you can see the things that are coming up next. And like the video a little bit later. Watch a few more minutes. Make sure you're going to like it. Then hit that like button for me. All right, let's get started. So third grade curriculum, everything that I bought from my upcoming third grader, I got from a store local to me. My eighth grader, I ordered a lot of stuff off of christianbook.com, but everything, trying to make sure I'm not telling you a lie. Yeah, everything I got for my third grader came from a local Christian supply store, kind of local to me. It's about 20-30 minutes away, but it's a Christian supply store / homeschool resource store. They carry all the homeschool stuff. And we are a Christian family, so this is a Christian-based homeschool curriculum pick. And that store that I'm talking about they carry mostly the Christian curriculum. So let's get into this. Don't really have any order. I'm just going to grab it off the top. So first off, the one I have on the top is her Bible curriculum. This is a second grade level, but I kind of wanted their Bible this year. If you watched my eighth grade video, and I'll put a link to the video up here somewhere, you already know that we did the bare minimum last year. We did math, language, science, and history last year because I started the school year off pregnant with my son. He's 6 months old now, but I started the school year off not being too far along, and I knew that he was going to be born in December, halfway through the year, and it was just going to be a crazy year, so we did the basic 4 subjects last year. So this year we're wanting to get back into the extra stuff, and we're doing Bible as well as some language and things like that. So I wanted it to be fun. I didn't want it to be hard. My eighth grader was doing a 6th grade level. My third grader is going to be doing a 2nd grade level. I looked through this book at the store. She's going to be doing like 1 lesson a day, and it's pretty fun. This is the Bob Jones. I believe it's Bob Jones. I don't want to tell you a lie. Yeah, BJU Press. It's the Bob Jones University, and it's in color. This is a write-in book, so she'll be doing her work here in this book, and it's got some fun stuff because it's 2nd grade. I believe there might be some cut and paste kind of stuff in here. I might be wrong on that, but there's like coloring, matching. Let's see what this is. This looks neat. Yeah, some cutting and gluing. So it's 2nd grade level, so it's going to be fun for her, and that's what I wanted it to be. I didn't want it to be like hard homework when she was doing her Bible study. I wanted it to be fun and learning while she's having fun. So this will be a lesson a day, and that's the Bob Jones University 2nd grade level. This is on top, but I'm gonna grab this because it goes with this. Oh, and I've got my receipt here so I can tell you what I paid for this stuff. I paid a little bit more for my 3rd graders than I did my 8th graders because I got a lot of my 8th grader stuff on sale on that website. So that was, let me find it, the Bible, $29.17 for that book. And I didn't get an answer key or anything because it's 2nd grade level. I think I can pretty well handle that. So no, I was going to use the wrong word. No teacher book. I'm just going through here and letting her do a lesson a day, and I'll explain things to her when needed, stuff like that. So no teacher book, just that one book, and it was $29.17 plus tax, North Carolina. All right, next is her language life pack. This is by Alpha and Omega. This is the only subject that either of my girls are doing with life pack. We started out, I'm trying to think, this is our 3rd year of doing this since the 2020 incident. And we started that first year with quite a few life pack because it's just so easy. It's all in one thing. I haven't even opened this, so I looked at the one in the store, and they let you open it up and look at it in stores. but then she went and got me one that was still in the package to take home. So I'm not doing a detailed review of each subject or each curriculum, but I will kind of let you see what this is. So this is the 3rd grade language life pack by Alpha and Omega. And what this is if you're familiar with ACE, Accelerated Christian Education, they're very similar. You get a teacher book, and 3rd grade in Life Pack, they teach the kids as they're going through the grades, and 2nd grade you kind of transition to be able to do it on your own. It's not so much of a teacher book, because like this is a teacher book. The 2nd and 3rd grade teacher book is bigger because you've got like lesson plan type things and prompts for what to do with each lesson. In the 2nd grade it did start getting smaller, and then by the time you get to the 3rd grade, all this is answers. You just have answers to the problems in each book. And then for the kids, you have 10 books each. There are 10 life packets, little books. So you have books 1 through 10, and you do all 10 of these to finish out the year. So it kind of breaks it down to where it's not, so much at one time. So this is grade 3, books are falling everywhere. This is grade 3, unit 1, and it's just a skinny little book. They're usually about 40 pages, or 40 to 50. This one's 52. So it's a little workbook. They write in this book. They do their little unit quizzes, and then they have the test at the end. It's usually broken into 3 or 4 sections. So that, if you're just starting out and you need an all-in-one, you don't know what you're doing, Life Pack is pretty good for that, because it's all there for you. The tests are there. You don't really have to get a lot of extra stuff with it. They work through the little books. You have the teacher book, and it pretty much explains it all to you. But we have moved away from Life Pack for other curriculums that are a little bit more fun or not. I don't know. Just each one has something different. We didn't like the science Life Packs because it was kind of boring. My 8th grader, she did that last year. She did it 6th and 7th grade with the Life Pack science, and she got really bored with it. It was just a lot of like just constant information. Read this, answer the questions. Read this, answer the questions. There are some experiments, but it just wasn't. She was done with it, and I was done with her being done with it. We moved for something else. So anyway, this is the Language 3 Life Pack by Alpha and Omega, and each of them come in boxes. So like if you do the full curriculum, you're gonna have 5 or 6 boxes, or however many subjects you do. And that one was $76.46. I don't think it's normally that price. That was one that she price matched for me at that store. If you got any lower prices, if there was a sale going on anytime, which is what I did, I had printed out what I was looking for when I went up there, and I had already gotten the price offline. And when I went up there to buy it, I think it was like 80 something, maybe close to 90. And I showed her my paper that I had printed out, and that it had been that price, but that was like a week before I went shopping. And when I was there, I looked online before I went in the store, and the price had went up a little bit. It was like 80 something, but she still let me get it for that 70 something price, because they will price match the lowest price that you've got. So I was like, I'll take it. So yeah, I've got that one for $76.46, and that is the Language Arts 3rd grade. I'm trying to think. I don't know 100%. I think they start working on cursive. My 8th grader, we did Abeka in kindergarten and 1st grade, and she was already learning cursive in the Abeka 1st grade. So she learned cursive very quickly, and I think that this 3rd grade Life Pack touches on cursive, but it wasn't as much as I wanted it. And I wanted my 3rd grader to get more practice with her handwriting, because she has good handwriting, but it seems to have gotten sloppy over last year. It may just be because we had such a crazy year and we didn't get to practice on it a lot. So to go along with her Life Pack 3rd grade language, we got the BJU handwriting 3rd grade book, and it is where she'll do, one lesson a day, or not even one lesson a day. I think I broke this down. I'm going to do a video about scheduling later. I kind of am all over the place with my scheduling sometimes, the way my brain thinks, but I'll do that in another video and explain that later. So this is kind of working through, you like do a story. It's like kind of a storyline that goes through the whole book, and she'll do, I believe it's 3 lessons a week, 3 to 4 a week. I'll just have her probably do it in the morning time, just be before they get started. She'll do a couple of days a week. She'll do a handwriting page, and that's just to get her some more practice. And this is starting out with the cursive. So 3rd grade BJU, you're really working on the cursive. So that's going to go with her third grade language. And this one was $23.61 for that. And it is BJU, third grade handwriting. All right, next. This is BJU. We like BJU. It has worked really good for my younger because it's colorful. It's, you know, it keeps her attention. She doesn't get bored with it. I'm trying to separate this. I've got her history and her science kind of scattered here. History was on top, so let me get everything else that goes along with it. All right, we bought it's called World Regions, the third grade history for BJU. This is 4th edition, Heritage Studies. They call it Heritage Studies. So I guess the subject matter is World Regions, but it's the third grade Heritage Studies. All right, so this is kind of like the reader book, and it's colorful print, so very exciting for her. This is the reader book. There's no work-in material. It's not a work text or workbook. So that's the reader book, and these are all priced separately, so maybe I can figure out which one was which on this. All right, this is her history. Let me go down. Okay, it's all down here on the bottom. This one was $46.39. And then you have the activities book. So this is the book that goes along with that. You'll have, like, it has the lessons down there. Again, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but you do pages with this along with the reading. So what we'll do is we'll have her read the pages that go along with the lesson, and then, you know, she'll know what pages she's supposed to read and then what pages she's supposed to do. So she'll work through this. This is the one, and it still has some fun stuff. I think it has some, maybe some cut and paste kind of stuff. Yeah, and like fill in the blanks, some coloring things. So this is her work text. This was $32.22 for that. So you got the reader book, you've got the activities workbook, and then it comes with the test, or what they call assessments. So we got the assessments and we got the answer key for the tests. And these two were separate. $12.22 and $17.51 were the price on those. And then you have the answer key, and it's a spiral bound answer key. I believe there is this is the activities answer key. So this gives me all the answers for her workbook that she works in. I did not get the teacher book because that's just me. If we've done this curriculum, this is going to be our third year doing this curriculum, I think. Yeah, because we did this with her first grade, first, second, third. We did first and second grade with this. I'm comfortable with it at this level that I can know what to tell her to do. Like, we don't need the prompts for this. You know, she's just going to do the reading and then do the activities. And if we need to do something extra, I will add that extra stuff in. You know, if we're going to do a family field trip or something like that, I kind of work it with that. I don't really feel like I need the prompts or the whole explanation of what to explain with the lesson. I think she gets enough with just, you know, reading the book and answering the questions and doing the fun stuff. So we've got the answer key, the test, the answer key for the test, the activity book, and the reader book, workbook, answer keys, all that kind of stuff. That is what we've got for her third grade history, or what BJU calls Heritage Studies World Regions. So that's her third grade history. And then for science, we went with the same thing. Get all my books out here so nothing's going crazy. And it's a little bit different. The books are a little bit different, but basically the same process. You have the reader book, but this one is small, and then you have the activity book. And this is science. I'm trying to think if they have like a special name for it. Nope, just science. Just grade 3 science. And again, this is BJU. Look how cute this is. It's got like, it's almost like little Lego people in the background with like set up with real life. She loves these books. She loves to see what picture is going to be on these books. So it's cute. This is, let's see, reader book and the activity book. Let me go back up here. $48.33, and is that the teacher book? I think these were, let me make sure I got it all. 40, no, that's the teacher book. Activity and text. Okay, $48.33 and then $32.50 for these two books. And again, same thing with the history. These are colorful pages. This is the book that she'll do the activities in, and this is the reader book that she'll read to go along with those, you know, question and answer type things. She'll read and then she'll answer the questions. And to go along with that, you have the teacher edition. And this is, I don't want to tell you wrong, so let me make sure I'm telling you right. The books are a little bit different. Like I didn't get the teacher book with the history, but I got the answer key for the activities. And I think the answer key for the activities and the teacher book are the same thing for this one. Nope. I went the opposite direction with this one. So for the science, I've got the teacher edition because I did want the prompts, because sometimes science just, like I can't think of all the things to tell her, like the prompts and the explanation for things. So I did want the teacher edition for this to give me kind of like an idea of what she should do when, and like what kind of experiments to do, because that's just, I don't know, my brain doesn't click with that as much as it does with the history and coming up with the things to do. So the teacher edition for this book, and this comes with extra stuff. You get a CD in the back that gives you extra stuff to go along with this. So you could go in there. I don't do it, but there's tons of stuff you can print out. I think it gives you like websites to go to for extra resources, things like that. And this was brand new, so I don't know if if you buy this from somebody, you may not get the CD, but this was brand new, has the CD in there. And this one, let's see, Science Teacher 4517 for that book. And then we have the test and the answer key for the test. At this grade level, I mean, if you don't want to do the test, you don't have to. Like, all of this was separate. I could have not bought the test and just let her work through the workbook and took that out as grades. But we like the test. I like for her, even though we're not in a traditional school setting and she doesn't have to do the tests, we can take her grades and I can know that she's learning out of the activity book. I still like to do the test because I like her to be able to, I want her when she's older to be able to sit down and do tests. Our goal is to get our kids college ready eventually. So we do still do the test, but at the younger grade level, I don't think it's necessary, but you do you, and we're going to do the test with her for that. Not every one of our subjects do tests. Like for her third grade, we're not going to do tests. She'll just work through the workbook and I will grade her accordingly, kind of at my discretion of how well I think that she is learning this. We're going to be doing Bible verses too, so I'm going to be also grading on, or memory verses, I mean. So I'm also going to be doing some grades on verse memorization. All right, so did I cover everything? The test, let's see, and the answer key for the tests. Those were, for the science, 1683 and 1167. So altogether, oh, I didn't cover math. Y'all are probably like, she's not doing math? Teaching textbooks. We're going to be doing teaching textbooks for the first time for my third grader. It starts at the third grade level for teaching textbooks. So that's what we're going to switch to. My eighth grader has done really, really well with teaching textbooks online. So we're going to try my third grader on that. We did BJU math for the last 2 years for my third grader, or for first and second grade, and it was good. She did very well with it. I think she is in a good place. And I did the placement test for the third grade teaching textbooks, because sometimes when you go from one curriculum to the other, you might feel like you're going to miss something or that they don't quite know everything. But we did the placement test for that, and it was fine. I think she's going to go quickly through the third grade level. It actually seemed like the third grade teaching textbooks was a little under the BJU math. So I think she's going to go quickly through this third grade level in this year, and I may let her go ahead and go on to the fourth grade level if I feel like she can or should or whatever. We'll just see where she is. So that's going to be her math. And then what else? We're doing a language. I'm going to piece together my own Spanish. We're going to have her start Spanish. I was going to just print out stuff on my own online and kind of do my own thing and like have her do little worksheets kind of for tests or whatever, and do like certain things for the first half of the year. Or I was going to break it up into quarters. So we were going to do like 4 different sections, like do colors and numbers for the first quarter of the year, do animals and people for the second quarter, break it up in things like that, and then find some YouTube videos that I would save for her to watch to learn some of that, like to hear the pronunciation. But I was watching a video recently of a lady that showed I think she was doing French, a little book that she'd order off of Amazon that was in French, and I looked it up and they have one that is in Spanish, and I think that is going to do like exactly what I was wanting to do with printing stuff out myself, but it'll be in a book form, and the book was only like $5. I will see if I can link that video. I'm not sure if I know how to do that yet, or I'll tag her channel or something in this and put a link to that book that I'm going to order for my third grader. But it was Spanish 1. Cannot remember the name of it. Again, I'll put a link to it so you can look in the description and see that. But the little book looked like it had pretty much everything that I was going to print out. So I can do her that little book, and she'll do like little pieces or little sections of that book, along with like some YouTube videos to watch to hear the pronunciations, just kind of piecing together my own Spanish. So she's going to be doing math, language, history, science, Bible, and Spanish. And a lot of these curriculums are laid out to where you only do them 4 days of the week. So she's not going to be overwhelmed. So we'll have days that she does Spanish, and she'll do the Bible every day, but it's a short little lesson. So we'll have some days that she's not doing some of these other curriculums, but she is doing her Spanish. So I will share more about my scheduling and that layout in another video upcoming. I haven't got to work on that yet, but that will be upcoming. But yeah, I think that's it. If you have any questions about any of this curriculum, I think this is all. Nothing is new here other than the BJU Bible. We have not done BJU Bible. Everything else I have done before. She even had a second grade BJU handwriting book last year that we kind of worked through, just kind of some extra, not really busy work, but kind of. We didn't really focus on it. We didn't make her finish the book. She just had it to do here and there. But we've done Life Pack before. This is going to be our third year with BJU History and Science. So nothing new with this. I believe I'm going to try to do some review videos very soon of like the BJU, Life Pack, and then knot grass. My third grader's not doing knot grass history, but we love knot grass history. She'll be doing it next year. I thought about doing it this year, but I went with the BJU instead because I don't think she's quite ready for the curriculum or the book that we have. My upcoming 8th grader has done knot grass for the last 2 years, so we have 2 years of knot grass books sitting on the shelf waiting on my third grader to use that, but she wasn't quite there. We'll do that next year. So we're going to do a review of the ones that I feel comfortable doing a review about because we've been doing them for a couple years. So upcoming review videos are going to be a knot grass history, and then BJU and Life Pack, because we started off with the Life Pack. I actually bought the full curriculum in second grade for my oldest daughter. We homeschooled her at the beginning of her school life, for kindergarten and first grade, and then we sent her to a regular traditional school for a little bit, and then we're back to homeschooling. But before I sent her back, I had bought the full Life Pack set for second grade. I had all the subjects bought, and we decided to put her in school, so I didn't get to use it that year. So then when we came back and was homeschooling, we did buy quite a few of the Life Pack subjects for them to do. We've just kind of steered away from that for different reasons. But yeah, upcoming reviews on those subjects and a video on my scheduling, how I'm gonna explain how I kind of schedule my year, the overview of start to finish. I do not detail. I don't go into details of like every day, an hour of what they're going to be doing, because life is crazy and it never happens the way we plan it. But I do try to get a somewhat of a sense of when we're going to be doing what. And I constantly am evaluating that through the year. I'll try to do it like every quarter, and I'll say, we've got this many more school days left and this is where we are, so how many pages a day do we need to do to get this done, or how many of these little books do we need to do a week or a month to be able to get done at the time that we're wanting to get done. I'm not super strict on any of it, but I will evaluate it throughout the year to make sure that we are not way behind or way ahead, and be able to cut back some. But yeah, upcoming video on that. And then like down to how many pages a day that I try to get them to do on different subjects. If you have any questions, I feel like I went through this super, super fast, but I covered everything. It was crazy. My 8th graders took a long time, or took longer. But I think I covered everything. Science, history, language, handwriting, Bible. We're going to be doing teaching textbooks for math. And I think that is it. Again, if you have any questions, leave a question down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video and you're still here, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe so you can see more videos like this in the future, and let me know what your plans are. Have you ever used any of this curriculum? Are you planning on using this curriculum? Just let me know who's watching. I like to get to know my audience, and that helps me help you. I wasn't going to make a video about the scheduling thing. I told somebody that I didn't really feel comfortable on that, but that kind of reminded me of why I started this channel. I like seeing other people's point of views, even if it's not something that I am going to follow to the T, you know, what they're doing. It does help me to have ideas to see what other people are doing, and sometimes somebody's schedule does not fit my schedule. I am not a stay-at-home mom. I do work outside the home, but I do a lot of the scheduling and picking out the curriculums and things like that. My husband does the bulk of our day-to-day homeschooling, you know, making sure that they get it done. So my routine is totally different than a stay-at-home mom who is home all day and gets to sit down with the kids and do the schoolwork with them. So I wanted to do that. I do want to do that video, even though I'm not totally comfortable with it, because I feel like nobody is going to be doing it like I'm doing it. But that's the point. I like seeing videos about ways that people are doing things with their homeschool and their life and budgeting and all that kind of stuff, just to get a different perspective. So be on the lookout for that video, and I will see y'all later.